Thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is August 16th. I'm here with Mr. Anonymous and my committee. And anyway, I'm here to talk to you today about a very serious subject, actually. It has to do with Narconon, the Church of Scientology, and mind control. Now, what do these have to do with each other? First of all, Narconon is Scientology's kind of front group. It's a drug rehabilitation program or education program. They pitch both of those. Now they're saying it's a medical detox program in Arrowhead. It's definitely underneath the Church of Scientology International, and I know that because I worked with Gary Smith when he ran Narconon International, and the statistics would come in every Thursday before 2 and go right up to the heads of the top dogs in Scientology. So why are they lying about that? Good question. But they do. They try to say, oh, no, we're totally separate. We have nothing to do with the church. Yeah, they have nothing to do with the Church of Scientology. But the Church of Scientology International having to do with running all of their front groups, absolutely. Ask them if they're part of ABLE, which is all the front groups having to do with Scientology. Anyway, point being they are. We know they are. And the reason I'm talking to you is tonight they're going to have an excellent show on Narconon. I'm going to put the links in here on it. It's at NBC tonight at, I believe it's 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock Central. So you have to look at your regular times, but it's going to be a good show. It'll be on the internet if you miss it. I'm sure by tomorrow someone will tape it and put it up there. But it's a good show to see. Also, to parents who have their young ones or loved ones or anyone that is in Narconon or you're thinking of putting them in Narconon, number one, I want you to know a couple of things. It is not a medical situation. I was part of Scientology for 30 years. I have epilepsy. They made me get off of my medication. I ended up having huge grand mal seizures. It was a nightmare. They couldn't be farther from medical anything. And recently 4 people have died at Narconon. So you need to take this very, very seriously. If you are thinking of putting someone in Narconon, do your research on the internet. There's all kinds of information about this. You can Google it. A lot of their links come up about how great it is. But make sure you understand. The people I've spoken with recently just did a 1-800 thing, or the person who's in, the mother of that person, did a 1-800 for drugs or something like, against drugs, and ended up with Narconon and put her in Narconon. Didn't really do any research. And now she's there in Narconon. Now that suddenly the people that are trying to help her can't get through, they won't let her call. It's like Scientology, Narconon. You guys have got to realize you cannot entrap people. It's a legal situation. The person I'm talking to is one of their relatives is an attorney. Okay, so you're on a very fine line on this. And you know what you've done. I'm not going to get into it in full detail because it's a very personal thing. But you cannot stop communication to someone. That's not right, and it's not good, and it's only going to, you do things like this. It's like, what? If someone wants to leave, you can't entrap them. And this girl already called and said she wants out. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I talked to one of the family relatives, and not related directly to her, but someone who's in on all of this. And they said, well, she has to make up her own mind. And she's already called and asked somebody to come get her out. And I said, wait a minute, make up her own mind? You obviously have not been part of a mind control cult or brainwashing. And the person said, yeah, true. So I'm going to put some links in here on mind control. And it's different than, you can say, well, that's different. Is it really? Watch the videos and see how fast people can be switched into doing things. I know what's happening there. They have her pretty much surrounded. I mean, she'll see it as just one person. She doesn't know behind the curtain there's like 1,000 people that are counting on. I don't know what they're planning on doing with her now, but they're keeping her in a certain location. Pretty much, I believe, against her will, because as of today, she said she wanted out. So you better let her out, Narconon, because this is not going to get any better for you. And I am making it vocal, and I want everyone to spread this link around so that people know, or anything about Narconon. Just let people know that there's another side to it they need to look into before they put a loved one into Narconon. It isn't what you think it is. And, okay, let's talk about money. Maybe one of the relatives would have a consideration. I think I've known a few people where they've given $30,000. But those people went and got their kids out. It's like, think about it, $30,000 or your child's life. Think about it. I mean, is it really that important? And this is to someone who has someone still in. Is it really? I mean, think about it. These people do not have your son or your daughter's mental health in their hands. They say they do. They pretend like they have the solutions. They do not. The people at Narconon don't even know what I'm saying. They have no clue. I was the same. I was completely brainwashed. I had no clue about the other side, nor can they read it, nor can they watch it, nor can they find out about it. This TV show tonight, they will not see. Because Narconon will make sure that they do not see it. And Narconon, I already know what you're doing so that they don't see it. And that's not okay either. That's all part of mind control. So please, one family, they drove 14 hours to get their son out of Narconon. And bless their hearts, they called me when they were outside, and I said, okay, they're in there for an awful long time. Let me talk to the dad, put him on the phone. And I swear to God, first of all, it sounded like an insane asylum. It was so loud and so noisy and so unorganized. I was like, good grief, what a mess. And I asked him, I said, what's going on? Why is it taking so long? And they said, well, he's getting the medication, which I have no idea what that is. Probably something they took away from him, because they often take away your loved one's medication when they arrive at Narconon, which is another thing. Just same for me with epilepsy. It's like, that is awful. Okay, so I'm going to say it to you. I say it all the time. Pete, you can have a drink on this. Read, look, listen, and learn both sides. If you know both sides, I have complete confidence you're going to do what's right for your loved one. But do not just think, they're okay. Don't just listen to them and think, they're okay. Look at the links on mind control. That is how these people are. They can only see their side. And what's your red flag on it? How do you know if what I'm telling is true? How do you know what they're telling is true? And any critics, any ex-Scientologists, any ex-Narconon people, we can all say, look at both sides. Read their side, read our side. Find out for yourself. They can never say that. They can say, oh, no, don't talk to Tori. Don't talk to that person. Oh, he was in Narconon. Oh, he's blah, 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 blah. On and on and on. And to the celebrities in Scientology that are supporting Narconon, at least have the grace to find out that these people have died recently and your names are on it as far as somebody supporting this group. No, they're not. They're not what they are. And at least find out who they are. All right? So there you go. I love you guys. To all my friends, thank you. And please keep passing on this information so less and less people get suckered in. All right. Peace out. I love you.